So are streaming services killing video games? Well, let's look at this. So let's look at it this way. On one extreme end, you have something like a movie, like Spider-Man No Way Home. If I can go onto a streaming service and for free watch a full HD version of that movie, does that increase or decrease my likelihood of going to the theater? Now, you could argue that maybe it'll get you really excited and you'll go see it in the theaters. But on average, for most people, if you can watch Spider-Man for free and not have to pay for it, it's going to decrease your likelihood of going to the theater and paying money to see this. Let's go all the way to the other end. Something like Critical Role or Dimension 20. Podcasts or streamers or YouTube channels that play D&D. Do these make you more or less likely to play D&D? Again, you could argue that maybe you'll watch this and decide that D&D is not for you. Sure. But again, on average, for most people, it's going to cause you to be more likely to play D&D, to be interested in this as a game. So how do video games fit on this spectrum? Well, the reality is they fit everywhere on this spectrum. On one end, you have very short, story-driven games where if I sit down and watch a streamer go through the game, the experience that I'm watching is actually pretty similar to the experience I would get by playing the game. So chances are, if I do that, my chances of going out and buying the game and playing it actually go down. But on the other end, you have things like FIFA, sports games, or the builders, or the shooters, where if I'm watching people play the game, what I'm seeing is excellence in play. And those are more likely to make me more interested in playing the game. Where do BioWare games fit? Well, like seems to be always the case for me. I think they fall right in the middle. There is story that can be spoiled, and there are moments in most BioWare games that if you saw them on a streaming service, they might ruin the entire game experience for you. But also, seeing the game played out, seeing the choices that the streamer didn't take make you more want to play the game, to pick a different path, to explore the space more. It fits right in the middle. There's some bad sides to streaming, there's some good sides to streaming. So what's going on here? Why are games all over the place? Why does it seem like some mediums, like movies, it's pretty obvious where they fit on this spectrum? Whereas games seem to be all over the place, with some games being helped by streaming, some being hurt by streaming, some being in this cloudy middle state. Well, the reality is that video games aren't a single thing. They seem on the surface like they're a single thing, but actually video games are a lot of different things. Some video games are essentially movies or novels or choose your own adventure books. Some video games are more like a toy or a ball, which you use to then play a game with. They aren't the game itself. They are a tool towards a game. And some are something that fits in the middle, a curated experience that includes parts that are like a choose your own adventure, parts that are like a toy. And this is why the spectrum is so broad and why this is a confusing topic, because every game is a different experience and is affected by streaming differently and to a greater or lesser degree based upon what it really is, how much of a toy it is, how much of a game it is. Try interrogating your game in this way. Do you play your game, or do you play with your game? Or do you experience your game? Or more likely, do you do some combination of those three things? Because the more you experience a game, the more the game is affected negatively by streaming. The more you play with a game, the more it's affected positively by streaming. Do I think that streaming is going away? I don't think streaming is going away. Do I think that streamers are bad, that they're stealing from video game makers? I don't think that either. I think video game streaming is an example of the technology being ahead of our understanding of it. I will say this, I don't actually think that streaming actually falls under fair use. If we look at the definition of fair use, and again, not a lawyer, so this is not legal advice, I don't believe that any of the different criteria that are mentioned for fair use actually would cover streaming. Does that mean I think it's immoral to be a streamer? I don't think that at all. It just means that technically I think you're probably in a land of copyright violation. But like much of YouTube, and certainly like 95% of TikTok, a lot of great content lives in the world of technically copyright violation. I think that there's a lot to be gained by embracing streaming, by understanding it, by allowing it to be part of the medium. Now, is it hard on some of the genres? It absolutely is. In the same way that changes in movie theaters cause the rise and fall of different genres of movies, and then the advent of the streaming services for linear content has caused the rise of new genres and the reemergence of some genres that were considered to be dead in the world of multiplexes. And the reality is that the video game industry has largely decided that they're going to be okay with streaming. And why do I say this? Well, here's probably my best example. If you go into the options menu for Guardians of the Galaxy, you have this option right here, which lets you turn off the copyrighted music so that if you're streaming, you're not going to get a copyright strike from the music industry, which has obviously made a very different decision with regards to enforcing its copyright than the video game industry is deciding. I think that is probably the strongest indication you can get that the industry has decided that either they're okay with streaming or maybe that even streaming is a good thing. Now, one thing I can guarantee is that the big video game publishers are trying to figure out a way to make money in the places where their games intersect with streaming. Much in the same way that the big sports leagues had to figure out how to interact with broadcast in the early days of radio. The boardrooms of the big publishers are similarly trying to figure out how they can integrate this into their business model. What impact is this going to have on streaming in the long term? I don't know yet. I don't think the publishers know either. I think there is potentially a fight still to happen, but I don't think it's going to come at the death of streaming. Is streaming, at the end of the day, is streaming killing video games? No, it's not killing video games. It's forcing evolution in video games. It's causing the decline of certain genres. It's causing the rise of other genres which stream really well. Entire games have gone viral based almost entirely on their ability to stream in interesting and effective ways. So I think streaming and video games are a marriage that has happened, and the industry is learning to adapt to it. A special thanks to my members. They provide the resources that this channel needs to keep running. If you are interested in becoming a member, there's a link down in the description. If you found this interesting, if you want to fight about streaming with me, please do so down in the comments. If there's someone else you think would benefit from watching this video, please forward it along. I will see you again soon. Thank you.